Yes. I call it as a problem solving. Okay. Irrespective of whatever the industry or even a small shop, even a saloon, every single job that we really do is going to solve one particular problem. You go to hospital, you have a problem that you wanted to visit a doctor. So the essential skill that we really need to develop is the problem solving. It could be 2 plus 2, which is a 4, or anything. It could be math, or it could be a go to airlines where you really wanted to book a flight. So the problem here is to how do I really make sure that a customer is going to book a flight easily and then conveniently. So that's the most important skill is the problem solving. In the problem solving, one of the major important thing is, if I really ask you, use a 2 digits to really get a 4. Somebody can say 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Somebody may say 6 minus 2 equal to 4. Somebody may make it too complex to really say x square plus y square, blah, 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 and then substitute this x and y with something. You may still get the 4. I'll probably take out this mask. It's a little difficult to talk. Is it okay? Or is my okay. So you may really know some of this. I just wanted to give a little analogy of a problem solving. Do you guys know what's really think outside the box? Maybe you heard. Okay, this is a story about, it's a manufacturing company where they really manufacture soaps. On a day-to-day basis, they ship these soaps to some of these companies like H-E-B or retail stores, like anywhere. One of the biggest complaints that they have is sometimes the consumers are complaining that they're getting empty boxes. And now a team of members are supposed to come and then solve the problem of how do we really prevent shipping an empty soap boxes. Somebody came and then an engineer who has AI, ML, with all these various lenses and cameras and everything, he came back and then said, like, we can put the cameras, put an AI algorithm that actually monitors the entire packaging process, where the moment a camera captures that there is a soap box with an empty soap, we'll have a robotic hand that picks up and then throws it away. That's a good solution. Then they are going to ask, okay, how much it is going to cost, how long it is going to take. Somebody said it is going to take like maybe 6 to 8 months, and it may cost like $500,000 by having all these softwares and the robotic hand and everything. The next person who is really into electronics, he's a different engineer, he came back and then said, wait a minute, that's really too complicated. Why don't we really have a machine that actually weighs, and if the weight is less than like 2 grams or 5 grams, we can actually throw that one. Somebody is going to, we can route it to a different route. Oh, okay, how much it is going to cost? They said like it may be $100,000 to really do this program and then route it to a different belt, conveyor belt. That's also a good solution. Then the third person who came, he's not an engineer, but he came and then said, how about we put a big fan, like $100 fan, which is going to run it constantly, and if it sees an empty box, it's automatically going to push it. So the same problem, 3 different solutions. Which one is more efficient and effective and that you can use it right away? The fan, obviously. In order to put a fan, you don't need to be an engineer. You need to really think out of the box. In a day-to-day problem that you're going to deal with it, you're going to see some of these complex problems. Sometimes the solution may be very simple. I wish Corona has a simple solution. Okay. I just wanted to give you some little bit background on where I really started to do what I'm really doing. Again, as I said, in a day-to-day work, what I really do is solving the problems. So you need to think out of the box and then try to solve the problems. I started I studied everything in India. My graduation, I did math, statistics, and computers. There is a reason why I really bolded the statistics. Initially, I really wanted to be into statistics and get into statistician as work for Indian economy and those kind of things. But I didn't really get into what I really wanted to get. So I changed because I have a major in math, computers, and also the statistics. I started my post-graduation in Master of Computer Science. During those days, what I really did is, many of the times, I used to play with the computers. So at that point of time, we didn't even have the luxury of having or owning a computer. Right now, everybody is having computers. So I used to work in a part-time lab for merely less than $10 a month salary to get access to the computer so that I can just be on the computer 24/7. I used to teach programming to younger kids, and I do a lot of coding during that time. Some of them are like a small projects where at the time the games are not really a fancy thing, so we used to develop some small games as a group of team members. Those are really like a MS-DOS based games, which we don't even have it anymore. What do I do on a day-to-day basis? As I said, I do many things, but at the end of the day, my job is to solve the problems. These are some of the things that I really do on a day-to-day basis, or sometimes on a week-by-week basis. One is really the solution designing. It always starts with a problem statement. Hey, something is not working, or we really wanted to get an app for this business problem. Or for example, you may see like a US government, they really wanted to start shipping these free COVID testing kits. USPS developed a new web page, like you can enter your address, they're going to ship these for 4 or 5 kits. So in order for you to really do that, you really have a lot of software and all those various things. So that is a solution design, like how do you really integrate these systems and all those. And there is a development that is going to happen where we have a distributed teams across many countries. Then I really write some contracts that we work with various vendors or various companies. And I do a lot of interviews on a day-to-day basis to get my team. Of late, actually, we are hiring a lot. And there are like a lot of internal and then customer meetings that we handle it. And there is a lot of sales assistance where my company requires me to be there to go and then sell something. Okay. So before even we go there, any questions on any of these things? To the next.
What was your first job after college or education?
Good one. As I said, while I was really doing my graduation, I used to do a part-time lab assistant for less than $10 a month salary. That's where I learned a lot. Right after the college, there is a campus placement. I got selected as a intern, and also I got selected there as a software engineer. During these days, I mean, it's early 2000, the web was slowly evolving during that time. So many of the projects that we used to do is to develop a small websites. I mean, I still remember those fancy HTMLs and everything that we learned. Right now, these websites are easy to build at a matter of a click. Any questions?
One more there.
Yes.
What is your company that you work for? Is it like a smaller company and like do y'all specialize in certain tasks?
So, good question. So we are a company where we are specialized into the professional services, where we do a big enterprises, where we take them to the cloud, like cloud migration. Some of those are like AWS or Azure and Google and all these. And also we do some app developments. and the web application development, and also we do a basic core integrations. In addition to that, our parent company, we are a subsidiary of our parent company who is really a BPO industry, where we have 40,000 employees working and taking up the calls for some of the big brands like Walmart, Sam's, and all those things. So we provide the technical services to our parent company as well.
What undergraduate and graduate school did you go to, and how did that experience make you successful?
Yes. My undergraduate, I mean, most of my studies, as I said, it's out of this country in India. My undergraduation is from Andhra University, and also from my graduation also from the Andhra University. So, as I said, initially when I really focused on statistics for a long time, but math and statistics complement each other. And computer science requires you to be really good in math, or think, how do you really solve that one? Like if you're really good at math and algebra, you can be successful as a good engineer. And for my post-graduation, I also